Hey y'all, Lord Dude here, playing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, The Manhattan Project, via the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Cowabunga collection. Cowabunga! Now, yeah, turtles are enjoying their vacation on a beach in Florida, when suddenly April's report is just about to start. In New York, crime is escalating every day. Then the signal goes out. And Shredder is raising Manhattan up into the sky. That's the Manhattan Project of the game. He's kidnapping April and the entire friggin', Manhattan, basically. And so the turtles have to... Oh yeah, this does start at the beach in Florida. Have to get from the beach in Florida all the way back to New York City, I guess. It's been a while since I played this. And unlike the other games, I didn't do any practice beforehand. You might notice down the bottom of the screen that my lives counter shows infinity. Well, thankfully, for this game, the Cowabunga collection allows infinite lives. I think the original game might have had an infinite lives code, and that's why they included that among the enhancements, though honestly I wonder why they couldn't do that with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game. I mean, whether it's a port or an emulator, they still control, like, how the game is being run. They absolutely could have done some Game Genie style codes. Yeah, special moves, seems are the same, they are performed the same way in this compared to the NES version of the arcade game, but now this time they drain your health, which is kind of a bummer. I mean, I'm sure it's to prevent people from over-relying on the special attacks. I know I did near the end of the last video. Well, actually, almost entirely throughout the last video. Key West. I forget what these signs said in the original. I don't think they did. I don't think they just said beach in the original. Oh, what? I thought it was clear of that. So the UI in this version is a bit nicer, it's a bit cleaner than the arcade port. Or the, you know what I mean, the NES port of the arcade game. This is... Oops, oh. Okay. So yeah, this didn't have an arcade version. This is exclusive to the NES. the first Ninja Turtles side-scrolling beat-em-up that doesn't have an arcade version. The Hyperstone Heist on Genesis doesn't have an arcade version either, so not the only one. So here we go, Rocksteady. And still no health bars, just have to deal with them flashing red. And although he kicked my ass a bunch, he went down a lot faster than any of the enemies in the last game. Or any of the bosses in the last game, rather. Already on to scene 2. Well, I skipped over the title of this scene, but whatever. I think I looked, there's 7 scenes in this, so if I only spent like 6 minutes getting through the first scene, maybe I'll be able to get through this entire game in one video. You can only hope. The NES port of the arcade game took way too long. And I really hate in beat-em-ups when they have enemies that will intentionally avoid you. Like, you walk toward them and they walk away. And it's like, why am I chasing you down? Try and finish you off. I mean, it makes no sense. It's just frustrating. Am I able to... I forget if I'm able to hit any of those things. It's just, you have to avoid them. Or you can throw Foot Clan soldiers into them. At least. Oh, no, you can hit them. Oh, hey, it's these things. It's this game's version of the helicopters. And they're a lot more annoying. The ones in the last one. There we go. And that was it? Already? Oh, okay. This is still technically the same scene, as they call it. No, I won't. There. Come on. There we go. I knew that can be blown up. And that one too. Not that I needed to blow up the one lower, because I was already out of its range. Come on, just let me go. Ah, this is so annoying. What? Jump. Oh, and you can jump off the stage. Oh, this is so annoying. No, just let me go. One thing I like about this is you can actually throw enemies into each other, which you couldn't do in the previous game. It lets you at least handle the swarms a little bit better. Yeah, here's whatever this thing is. Bebop and Rocksteady's illegitimate son. He's got a metal pipe. I put that away in favor of charging again. Oh yeah, he's hurting pretty bad. Well, so am I, kind of being thrown across the screen. A giant friggin' pipe, but took care of him pretty easily. 2 stages done in 12 minutes. That's decent pace, I guess. Yeah, we're already on to that bridge. Don't really know my landmarks too well. Almost want to say it's George Washington Bridge, but I don't know if it is. Apologies to any New Yorkers. These guys... big rock guys with the guns. Being very descriptive over here. Oh! Bebop coming through with his monster truck, throwing out grenades. Pretty easy to dodge. More of the spear guys. I said in the last game that I hate when you have enemies in beat-em-ups like this that have longer range than you do. Especially when it's significantly longer range. Makes getting in to kill them so much harder. Yeah, I think the guys with the giant balls, you need to jump kick to get in there and avoid being hit in return. And my issue from the last game with enemies perfectly timing counterattacks to your jump kicks remains. It's always such an annoyance. I think this guy is one of the... It's either him... Or no, I don't think it's this one. Or maybe is it? That's from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze. I know there's a enemy we fight later on in front of a neon sign that's from the movie. If this guy is. Man, the bosses in this game got, like, severely nerfed compared to the bosses of the NES version of the arcade game. Not that I'm complaining. Wasn't able to finish or properly finish the NES version of the arcade game simply because the bosses were too difficult. That game defeated me. And, I mean, this game has a built-in infinite lives cheat, so I don't think it's not really possible for this one to beat me. Just hope that I hope that I don't do too badly. Oh yeah, there's Bebop's Puck, which I think last I saw it was going out the left side of the screen, so how he circled around. Well, come on, I wasn't anywhere near that. What the heck? I wasn't even on the same plane as him, as the same horizontal plane as him. Come on. It's not the bosses that kick your ass in this game, it's the regular enemies. Those guys in particular. And here's Bebop. Sporting a chain, ball and chain attached to his head, which is apparently from a Bebop toy that was available when this came out, when it was in development. So hey, toy tie-in. I mean, Ninja Turtles were kind of one of those series that was made almost exclusively to drive, you know, action figure sales, toy sales. Well, they had the blimp in the cartoon, so you could, you know, buy the blimp playset, and they had the van, so you could buy the van playset, which I had that. You know, they had the Technodrome for the enemies, so you could buy a Technodrome playset, which I had that. God. So the bosses go down easier, but they pack a bigger punch. They knock you halfway across the screen a lot easier. Jeez. Yep, there's the blimp. And off we go to Manhattan. City in the sky. New York has been destroyed. Meanwhile, Manhattan is suspended in the sky. Well, that's quite the long title for the stage, and I can't do anything until now, really. They don't allow you to do anything, move anywhere during that sequence. Dude, just go away. Jumping out from the sewers, that's a bit that they did in the arcade game too. Whoops. Well, I technically got a 1-up, I guess. Even though it doesn't display it or really matter. Screw guys suck. Oh, okay. It always bugs me how you can fall into the sewer, you know, open manholes, but the Foot Clan can't knock them into the sewers like they can do with you. Oh, what? His dropkick beat mine in priority? That's bullshit. That's a bit easier to do in this game. All in all, I think that this game is a lot better than the arcade game, at least the NES version. Until you get those guys. Rock guys I can do without. Everyone else, for the most part, you can stay. Yeah, the only downside about those guys jumping out of the sewers is that you just... In this game, I think they pop out of every manhole cover. Out of every manhole, rather, and it's just... There's, like, no surprises at all. It's just... You see a manhole, you know that someone's gonna be jumping out of it. Same with the Foot Clan dressed as or disguised as statues. If there's no real statues, then there's no real surprise. Likewise, if there's no manhole without a Foot Clan soldier in it, then it's not a surprise when they jump out. I guess maybe it's not supposed to be a surprise, but it's like, an ambush only works if the victim isn't expecting it. Right now, I already know what the heck is going to happen with that manhole cover. Hey, what the heck? Who'd have thunk it? And same with the van. At least the special attack takes those rock guys out fast. Come on, stop! Stop running away, cowards. So the only manhole cover that doesn't have Foot Clan Ninja jumping out of it is the one at the very end of the stage. I hate how many enemies just run away from you in this game. So you just have to stand here and wait. Boss of the stage, I guess, missed his cue. Missed his stop. He didn't realize that this is where we were at. A lot of the bosses in this game seem to be, you know, like, avoid the attacks and then they, you know, stun themselves somehow, and this guy, you know, rams his pickaxe into the ground and stuns himself that way. Would say that's a boring way to do it, but almost seems like the best way because, like, even just like the regular enemies, guys like, spending half of his time walking away from me. Well, maybe I should be using more extensive use of my special attacks. Jeez, special attacks just melted them. It's already been a half hour, huh? Well, stage 4 of 7, so I guess they'll do it for this episode, and this will go on to the next. So if you liked the video, there's a Ko-fi link in the description, and I'll see you guys next time.